grab some coal. Not enough inventory space. Are you actually serious? I'll use for silica yet. Jeez, man. It's so expensive to make. I know the line's gonna stop, but I guess what I could do, now I know where this is gonna go, I guess I could reconnect it for now. Oh, great. This gets better and better. Right, we'll just let it do its thing while we build this out. So what we want to do, we want to split this into two and then split it into three, basically. So one of these, if we're going to do an upper deck and a lower deck, how smaller space can we get? So we can do it like that. That's pretty compact. Get a shave, Dave. Right. That's going to need... That's going to need 30 a minute. So 30, 30, 30. That's 90, so we're going to need a Mark II belt. Right there. Can't have that, can we? When did that fall down, JK? I use Squirrel of YouTube. I'm on YouTube, yeah. So now we just need to take this and put it upstairs, effectively. And this will merge. That. I'm sure I can hear a shard thing. So level 1 belt that, level 1 belt that, and then Mark 2 here. I can hear a shard. Oh, it's that thing. I know, Spitfire, if you could copy into a blueprint, how awesome would it be? But then I reckon people will come up with, when they can allow mods, I think that's what people will consider to be blueprints. But it'll be more than a blueprint, it'll be like, put one of these down, like a smelting array. I reckon that's the way I'll probably go. Kidding me. Missing concrete. Well, that's not difficult to solve. Oh, I've got loads of concrete. We are not short of concrete. What? Come on. Let's go back to the buffer chest. Should do it. So in theory, there should be another one. There. Freck Dax 489. Assuming that's how you pronounce that. Thank you for your sub. Welcome to the Nut House. Hey Lotus. You made a skin on ETS2 with a painted grill, however when you apply the skin you only have the stock grill. Never tried doing skinning in ETS2 Lotus. I have no clue, bro. I'd say ask Paulie, but he's not here today. Double sub. Strickland. Thank you for your support, Strickland. Welcome to the Nut House. Should we try the cheeky conveyor trick? Actually. So how do we get it to go up there? How do we route half of this upstairs? That's the question. What's the design pattern for this? I mean, we can go on the outside wall. The trouble is, to get it up, we have to go there, which means the stuff is at the wrong end. Unless we just switch it back. Could reverse it on the other side. Spiral adjacent stacked poles. We ain't got room for spiral, have we? I don't know how much room you need for a spiral. Maybe if we make it a little bit more space here. So you're going to want to have like that, aren't you? I don't know how close you can make it. We're going to have to figure this out. See, that's too steep. So that's too close. Ain't gonna work. So we'll have to try them further apart. So let's try... Get out by the side wall and go around the front, should have space. Well, I was trying to avoid going outside. That's what we were trying to avoid for the giggles. The outside wall trick. So we're trying to figure if we can do it a different way. The problem is, this is what, like, you don't really have a top-down view in this game, so you can't see. You can't lay things like this out easily. Ain't gonna work. That's in the wrong place. Okay, that seems to work. Do the initial spiral by the wall. It is by the wall. It's like, it's as close to the wall you can get. Once the wall's here. You won't see it. The wall support. You want to use the wall support as well? Oh my god. The wall support may or may not work because jeez, I nearly took down a miner then. You see that? Because it's like different levels to this thing. Asking a bit too much, Radley. Maybe. Right, so that's a Mark II belt, so we'll do a Mark II belt out of here. We might have to go there initially. And of course, you know, we'd have to have like a doorway here, wouldn't we? Yeah, just so you can walk in. Walk into this crazy thing. Well, it's fun trying whatever happens. I mean, if we can pull this off, it'll kind of look pretty cool. This self-contained iron smelter. One in, one out or something. Actually, that's the other problem, is one out at the back. The moment it goes out at the back. There. And they're similar here. So it has one in, two out at the moment. Yeah, power connectors on walls are something they really need to add. Alright, let's see if we can go up. Ah. Something called power walls in the wiki, so I think they're working on them. Good. That piece may get in the way of the mine when we put it down. I need this so I can see where we are. Oh boy. It's a game new. It's been out about a week or two. Just over a week, I think. So this is where the splitter needs to go, isn't it? Actually, technically the splitter needs to go here. So we kind of need to come out and go in there, really. Yeah, you can buy it. Buy the game if you want to play it. Don't like the way that kinks. Yeah, it's on the Epic Games launcher exclusively for a year, and then it'll go onto Steam afterwards. Epic Games paid for an exclusive rights. The conveyor belt is too steep. Oh, rip. See, this is where the problem with this comes in. Like, this stack works, but that is at a different ratio. So as nice as that is, we're probably better going back to the stacks. Solution wall the other way. I need more information than that, Radley. I'm not in your head. You try without the quarters, just use the wall on the opposite stack. The problem is that the steps of the wall and the steps of the, like, stackers are not the same. So they kind of gradually get to a point where one is too steep. You think we can get away with two stackers? I didn't try looping it with two stackers. I think this might be the best solution, you know. Et voilà. Simplified down. So we only lost... Blimey. We only lost 1 by 2 by doing that. That's not bad. 1 by 2 squares, and you can get it to do that if you space it out. I mean, you could even have this one a little bit further over, but it would push them out a little bit more, I suspect. We don't have walls with windows, so we're going to have to do something else. What am I looking for?
Hey, hey, hey! Special delivery!
Mans, thank you very much for the bits. Wait for it to... Wait for it. Come on, game. Okay, it's got a bit of a hitbox problem. It won't let me point to that thing because it's going, oh, there's a conveyor belt connector here. I'll have to take this wall out just while we do that. There you go. So now you can't fall down, but you can still see what's going on. You can run up 2 belts on a stack on a 1 by 2 foundation area if you lay out the supports right. These are the kind of things that we all need to figure out, aren't they? Like, what you can and can't do, what the ratios are. I'm going to have to go up there and get that just to shut it up, you know. Oh boy. We're out of fuel! Out of fuel! Yeah, you need actual proper fuel for that. You can't use biofuel, apparently. I got halfway, I was like... Uh-oh. This is why we have pre-flight checks. I was in a rush. That's a perfect excuse for a pilot, isn't it? I was in a rush. Okay, and then we want a merge belt. Mark 2 coming out. Mark 1 going in. Need some more iron plates. It's to get power through the floor now. Oh boy, it's dark. Flipping heck. If we put that bar and get rid of that floor tile. Are you serious? I kind of feel like for now they should just let wires, just allow you to draw cables through things, because, like, you can, anyway. You can make it happen. It's just the order that you do it, until they give us, like, wall connectors. Right, that's got power. I think that's all connected. If we do the outside... You have some windows, what do you mean? All we've got to do now is get that material out of there. We know it needs to go into that level there, so we don't think we need to lower that. We probably just need to raise this. Are the two poles on the first floor connected? I guess we'll find out. I think so. I'm not 100%. Yeah, they look... Well, maybe... No, they're all connected. Everything seems to be powered. So if we take the... Hang on. So the only problem with this particular piece is it's built to be on the inside of a factory. Iron plates. Once this is online, we'll have a pretty decent amount of iron coming out of here. Bondo, 42 months. One before 43. Thanks, Bondo. Can't you build belts going through the floor? No. Already discussed that one. Not possible yet. What's the advantage of putting the smelters and everything inside of a building? Absolutely none. It is completely about aesthetics. There's no benefit to building any, like, foundations just make it easier. The machines themselves don't function any differently, whether they're on a floor tile, on a rock, floating, like, it just doesn't make any difference. So Richard, thank you. Welcome back. Thank you, Benna, for gifting us up to Sir Richard and Zugwig. Thank you, Benna. Welcome back, Zugwig and Sir Richard. Top of the morning. Top of the morning to you, Bondo. I saw that that mug is not Yorkshire tea unfollowed. Well, it's still a good cup. It's still one of my favourite mugs. Do I look like a morning person? I think that's still valid. Actually, yeah, Shack Stack. I did. It's funny you should say that, Shack Attack. I think I was talking with Puppies yesterday and I said to him something along the lines of, I reckon if you build walls around factories, it really helps with the FPS because the game is able to go, oh, you can't see that complicated machine and everything that it's conveying because it's hidden behind a wall and I can draw a wall really quickly. So I think if they've optimized it correctly, and I think they have, walls help with FPS. Because if I look at that... Thank you, Nightmare. Enjoy it. If I look at that, I can't see all of the shenanigans going on in there. So all the machinery here, it can just never draw, which is like a big saving in graphics terms. So in that sense, a wall may help with your FPS. Tell you what I didn't do. I didn't configure those machines upstairs. Iron ingots, iron ingots, iron ingots. Oh my sub bomb of doom! How many? Mans! 2034 with 50 subs, I think. Wow. Okay, so that sub notifier is going to be going off for half an hour. I don't know what to say, man. That is very, very, very epic support. You've just made 50 people in chat a member of the Nut House. And yeah. I don't know what to say, man. That's like, thank you so much. That's just amazing of you. Absolutely amazing. If you just got gifted a sub, guys, please remember to thank Mans2034 for gifting you a sub. You just got one as part of a 50 sub bomb. That is beast mode, that is. And also, remember, if you're now a sub, !convoy, applications are still open to join the Eurotruck convoy. Applications close at the end of the week, and the convoy is in 2 weeks' time. So you can join the convoy. It must have been expensive. Yeah, it's like $5 times 50. That's $250 plus tax, L. Phillips. It probably cost him like $300. That's insane, insane support. Thank you so much. And he just gifted like 50 people, just become a sub. I just saw my panel just go... What the heck just happened? And like so many of these guys are new subs now. I can see the list and there's loads of new ones. People that haven't been subbed before now have access. You've got access to the subscriber Discord and you've got access to like really awesome emotes. They don't charge tax for subs. Firefighter. What for? A? Whenever I sub, they charge me tax. How does that work? Isn't it still a sale? How can they not charge tax? I can't imagine them turning around to the taxman and saying, yeah, we don't charge tax on subs because they're not tips. What? They charge local tax as far as I know. If you're in Europe, I'm fairly certain you pay tax. How do you find Discord, Mr. Sun? So what you need to do, if you've just got gifted a sub, you need to wait about an hour. And then on your Discord, it will then appear. It's like a synchronization service, but it'll only realize you're a sub in about an hour. Right, guys, we need to get this beat. Once we're free from Mans's massive sub bomb of doom, we now need to get this beast mode online. So let's see, we're going to have fast belt coming out of here. This Mark II belt going up there. Need to figure out where we're going. So we're going to replace that, so we need to be at that elevation there. See if we can figure out roughly how high that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8? Something like that. Possibly 8, I'd guess. If each one of these is a meter, that would make sense. We also need to merge it as well. Actually, I wonder if we can use this area to merge. Because if we can merge it into one fast belt, but then we'd need to Mark III belt it, wouldn't we? There's two ways of doing this. We either bring 2 Mark II belts. We're going to be chucking out, what, 180 a minute, I think? No, we're going to be chucking out 120 a minute, I think. Yeah, they're chucking out 180 a minute. We're going to be throwing out 180 a minute, which can't be handled by that. Oh, the Mark III belt is going to be a pain to make that much Mark III belt. Dyslexic hacker, welcome back.
Welcome to the nut house.
Maybe we could have that come out of there. Just trying to think how we can make this work. What if we have a double wall conveyor? It's not quite on the right floor. Annoyingly.
Welcome to the nut house.
I think we can still make it work.
Welcome to the nut house.
Oh, it's too steep now. You scumbag. Need to build El Squirrel's office. Does the last smelter have power? We'll find out when we turn it all on. I don't know why it's not flashing, because it's definitely connected. It's flashing red, but it blatantly has a power line. I don't know why it's flashing red, and they're flashing yellow. I don't get it.
To the nut house.
Oh, why doesn't it flash yellow like that one? It's still going. That thing's gonna be going for a while yet, man. Will that fit in there? Nope. I don't think we can make this work. Because I can't really connect a merger here. I was hoping I could, but... I was hoping I could do this, but there's not enough room. Actually, can we make that one... Yes, please! Can we make that one come in slightly earlier, then we can make it work? I think we can. This is fun trying to figure out how to make all this work. Do that, and we do that. And then we have logistics, merger. What else we've got to do is line the output going that way. Oh, fell down. Oh, Man,
to the nut house.
laying out is difficult. That needs to be like Mark III. And this. Oh my god, I thought the game had crashed. I was about to cry. There you go. So now we're just gonna get like that one to... That's not too steep, game. Come on. Come on! You just did it like... Ugh. Don't ruin my plan with this nonsense. Is there a save? It's auto-saving. Still going, man's 2034. Dude! Oops, hang on. It's nuts. Like, quite literally nuts. I don't know where it's up to. What are we up to? Cowboy. You got a long way to go yet. Put wall support outside to smooth it. What, you mean like here? Even that's too steep. Because it won't take that. The game is doing its best to troll me. I don't think that's going to work either. I need to go right to square, but I don't think that's going to work with the layout very well. Dyslexic hacker, 14 months. Only have a month left at uni. I hope all is well with you and the family. Hope it works out for you. When you leave uni, it's a very surreal experience. Two things I remember in my life. One was leaving school, and the other was leaving uni, and both of them felt very strange. Because it's such a... It's like a cliff edge. You're suddenly going from this environment to, okay, what now? Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. I'm really disappointed. Almost a wonderful design. I don't want to come out of foundation tile. It's going to spoil my design, but I'm going to have to. Stupid game. I don't want to play anymore. Why are you not dropping that? Right. This is still going. Welcome to the nut house. Welcome to the nut house. Right, we want a single logistics merge here. And a single logistics merge here. And then a normal wall below it.
Welcome to the nut house.
There we go. Ay, 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 ay.
Welcome to the nut house.
At least we can put a ramp here now, I guess. I wish you could put triangular pieces down.
Welcome to the nut house.
Let's play Guess How the Lineup Is.
Welcome to the nut house.
How are you supposed to judge something that's like in your face like this? I want a top-down view. That's wrong.
Welcome to the nut house.
That's also wrong. Bring the merge one block inside with the 2 roll walls. It works. Don't you troll me, game. Huzzah!
Welcome to the nut house. Welcome to the nut house.
Oh, come on.
Welcome back.
This is why the game does its absolute best to pick the wrong tile. It's looking pretty good, right?
Happy anniversary.
Didn't want to say subtrain. That would be Mans and his like 50 sub bomb. We'll keep the service hatch open just for a minute. That is beast mode. If this smelter doesn't work, I will be so annoyed. Look at it. It's very imposing. Is it meant to be painted walls? Nah, it's a smelter. That's the factory. This isn't a that's a smelter. That's like dirty and horrible. You don't paint that. Bottom 2 poles aren't connected. What, inside? There you go. No! I love this little... Look at this... The intricacies of the spiral climb. I suppose we should put a roof on this thing. It looks like it belongs in Nutroid. You're not joking. So now we're just gonna belt that thing into that entrance there, I believe, and then go inside and completely reconfigure the smelting. No biggie. Kama363, thank you for 13 months. But does it work? Well, we're going to find out. Because that thing's taking iron ore, and we're going to be belted in like iron ingots, so things are about to change. Have to run inside and get some iron rods, I think. Will it blend? If it works, we'll be chucking out 180. 180 iron plates, iron ingots a minute. Emma of the North. It might take a while for it to get round to... Oh no, there you go. Emma of the North, it's done you. Emma of the North, thank you for your support. Welcome to the Net House. That's actually the first sub since Mans' 50 sub bomb. What's our power like anyway? Ugh, easy. Easy money. Alright, let's do it. see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think a lot of machines are turned off because things are backing up, so I think that's why the consumption's down. Now lies the problem. I don't have enough stuff to make Mark III belt all the way out here. These things, steel beams, are just annoying. Yep, we're going to need a lot of beams. Steel beams require steel ingots. Steel ingots require iron ore and coal. I know where we can get coal from. Put the stacker next to the wall. Isn't it already next to the wall? You mean like right next to the wall? Like that? Get a bit close to the staircase though. You can't build it upwards if you do. Don't need steel beams in the factory. No, we need iron ingots to flow in there, and then we need to go inside and change the recipe so that it takes iron ingots and coal instead of iron ore and coal. That's literally what we've been doing. The game will come out on Steam in a year. It's on exclusive with Epic Launcher for a year. Which is, I think, more or less the duration of the early access. The players game Little yourself had a few issues with it not closing properly, and every time I load a game, I have characters standing around. So, I've had it crash a few times, but not so much not closing properly. As for characters standing around, what that is, well, that happens when you've got somebody else comes into your game and they leave without emptying all of their inventory. The game just leaves them standing around, so that when they spawn back in, they carry on with their inventory. If they empty all their stuff and then log out, that doesn't happen. Having said that, Pringles had a weird one where every time he logged in, he would see his own character, and then he logged in again, he'd see his own character, and he ended up with like 10, 20 copies of himself. So, and he had to start a save game again. So there are definitely issues around that. I know they've got a bunch of bug fixes ready, and that will be coming out next week, but I don't know if that's... are you serious? I don't know if that's going to fix that particular one. Missing steel beam. I think it's time to switch this thing on in a minute. Let's grab some more iron ore. If you've got the multiple characters, copies of your own character, Pringle had that one. Not seeing a solution for it. He had to start again to get rid of it. Alternatively, you could sort of wait and see if the patches next week bring a fix for that. You got a bug where all the items on the hotbar disappears each time you log back in. Not in that one. No, Peter, I think the steel beams, like, pretty low production rate. They're all being consumed. Dev team is quite quick with the bug fixes. Well, yes and no, Zugwig. They didn't put out the patch on Friday because it was unstable. So they'd fixed a lot of bugs, but they made the game unstable, so they didn't go ahead. Kind of hard to tell if that particular one is at the right level. It looks like it's slightly up.
Happy anniversary. Letter.
Okay, well, I think we're ready to tear everything apart. Completely break stuff. Spin the mine around and turn on the beast. Here goes nothing. Encroaching on another clearance. There we go. Bit of an awkward angle. Not loving that angle. Here we go. Oh boy. It's alive! And it's spiraling upstairs as well. Oh. Oh, this is so cool. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going on up here. The upstairs lot is about to go live. So much work. Yeah, I need to put the shard back in. Good call. All this work. Let's go and overclock. Oh look, stuff coming off. Yay! Turn up the power. Overclock. Oh boy. Kaons, thank you for 62 months. Get rid of all this now. Letizia, thank you for 16. Mr. Pac-Man. Mr. Pac-Man, welcome to the Nerd House. I like Pac-Man. I suppose I better go and fix the inside bit now. That is a super cool. Look at that. I like that. You've basically got an overclocked miner going into a beast of a machine. Consider that to be finished. Right then. So now, we've got all this shenanigan with belts going on. We're gonna have to let this flush through, aren't we? Oh boy, there's so much iron ore. Wait, why is it stopped? Don't stop. What's it waiting for? Coal? It needs 67 coal a minute. Might actually start using coal at a decent rate now. I wish they'd make the belts, the difference between the Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3 belts, I wish they'd make them, like, way more obvious when you look at it. Like, visually. Something's pinged. I'd like to see it be like a different color or something. Did you change the belt after the storage container? I believe so. This one. This one's bugged, isn't it? 0% efficiency. I'd say that was bugged. Okay, that looks like it's getting towards 100 now. It's never going to get 67. It's only going to get 60. Actually, that's not true. In theory, it could get 120. That should be on 100%. Can you paint the belts? I don't know. Negative. I'd like to see the design of the belt like be visually quite different. Like in Factorio, it's, you know, yellow, red, blue. It's very, very obvious. In this, the style changes a little bit. And it needs to be way, way more obvious when you look at it that the belt's wrong. Because it's like, it's far too easy to just have one piece of your belt, the wrong kind, and the whole thing slows down. Bring down the overclock. It doesn't matter, we can just remove the shard for now. Use a shard somewhere else, to be honest. This one doesn't have one. Okay, that's emptied. And that is emptying. Awesome. So very shortly we can just reconfigure that. And that'll be taking iron ingots into here. Make the belt output of storage a Mark III. What, this one? Any particular reason? If you've only got Mark II belt coming in, then, you know, once this is like empty, you're only ever going to get Mark II rate coming out. Whatever you got coming in, that's what you'll get coming out. Making it faster here won't make any difference unless you've got more coming in that side. See what I mean?